I'm Daynin Dashefsky, and joining me today is a good friend, Tammy Wasai. I've known you forever.
Yes.
I'm so excited that you're joining me today, and she's with Trilogy BJJ, and that's in Honolulu, Hawaii, actually on the west side, because I'm from Honolulu, which is west side, a little further, but they're on the west side in Waipahu, and I'm really excited to have her join us today. So what are we going to show?
We're going to be showing knee slice guard pass.
Very good. Actually, this is my go-to. Whenever I'd say 85% when I train, now people are going to come after me, but no, I do the knee slice guard pass. That's my thing. We all have our thing. That's kind of my thing. So I'm going to have you put me in the guard here. Okay. So again, whenever we want to start, we want to make sure we get a nice solid position. I want to hold her gi, and I want to make sure that I hold in a hammer. I want a hammer grab or hammer grip, because when she comes up, it allows me to use this little knuckle here as pressure into her solar plex to come up. If I put my hand like this and then I drop my elbow to protect the leg or to keep the leg from coming up, and she or he is stronger than me, I can wrist lock myself. Same thing as if I kind of go like this and do kind of like a muscle man grab like this. Again, if they come up, I can wrist lock myself. So I always use a hammer grip. That way I can always press into this and keep them down. So I want to grab both collars, and then I want to drop my elbow right into her thigh. I don't need to be way up. If she brings her leg around, I don't need to follow her leg. I don't need to follow and put my elbow out here. I just keep pressure right in this lower part. It'll prevent her legs from coming up. So, and then again, I don't want to grab on top and hold her hip down here, right? A lot of people will do that, and it's easy to slide off if they're moving around. I like to actually go under and grab the pant leg, almost like in a monkey paw grip, and then I use my palm to hold the hip down. So I kind of hold on to the hip right that way and keep it down. So again, I got my hammer, I got my dropping my elbow to prevent the leg from coming around this. I get underneath, grabbing her pant leg, and now I'm putting pressure on her hip. Now I'm ready to go. Elbow always has to be in. A lot of people make the mistake of here. I want to get out of her guard and open her legs. If I'm here, I'm keeping her legs closed. I'm helping her keep the guard on me. So remember, elbows on the inside. I need something to push away, okay? So now, again, when I come up, I don't want to lean forward and grab that. Now she's going to grab my hand and break my posture. Now I got to fight to get back up again. Really a lot of work, and I don't want to do that. So I want to keep my posture, keep my head or my eyes looking up, lean forward, put my knee in the tailbone, slide this other knee to the side. So let me turn sideways just to kind of show you what that looks like. If I try to slide this knee sideways into her, I'm going to get her hip. I want to get her tailbone. So when this knee is actually going to slide back. If you're looking at my knee, it's going to slide back and then go driving, like you're reversing a car and driving right into the slot. That's what you want to do with this knee. So we're here. I'm holding postured up. I lean forward, I bring my leg back, and now I'm in her tailbone. Notice how it's bringing her hip off the mat, makes her uncomfortable. That's good. Now my elbow's inside, and as I pull my leg back, it breaks her the posture there. That's what we want to get. So turn back forward again. Okay. We're here. This is a standard pass. It's your basics. There's all kinds of passes out there, but when you're a beginner, you want to get your fundamentals down. You want to get the basic stuff down. It's like the main ingredients of making cookies. You always got to have flour, sugar, all the other stuff you can add in later, but you got to know your basic ingredients, right? Okay, so here, I lean forward, keeping my head up. Boom. Once I break that guard, I want to bring my front knee up, and I want to sit. I'm sitting on my foot. So if you want to come to the side just a little bit, I'm going to kind of show them without you, just so they can see what my legs are doing. So I want you to watch my foot. I'm going to turn it at an angle here so you can see. So I'm here. I'm going to push forward, bring my knee in here, and I'm going to slide that there. So now I'm in an L shape. So as I push, right, I'm going to immediately come up and sit. So I'm sitting on my foot, and this knee is straight. That's the position I want to do. I don't want to be up high. A lot of people pass and they leave their body up high. That's when you're the most unstable, is when you're not sitting flat, right? So let's try that again. Sometimes it's hard for you guys to see the details, so make sure you see what we're doing here. So again, I'm leaning forward, putting the knee in, bringing my knee to the side, and then pushing my lower back, and then I'm going to lift up my foot and sit down. I don't want to immediately go into a knee pass. I want to stabilize that position. I've created a wall with my arm and my knee. Her leg can't come anywhere. I've got her hip still, so this arm is blocking this leg. She can't close her guard, you can't move around. I've still got control over her to keep her to me. She can't go anywhere. I just want to relax, breathe, and when I'm ready, my foot is kind of at an angle on this butt cheek. I'm going to shift it, and I'm going to bring it over this way. I don't want to ever drive my knee forward, especially guys won't like that. So we want to angle it because we're going to go right over and slice the top of her thigh. We don't want to be too far down, we want to be on the top. So once I'm here and I sit and stabilize myself, I'm going to readjust my foot. And once I do, I don't want to wait around, I'm going to go. I'm going to take this knee, I'm going to drop it to the ground. Once I do that, I'm taking my hand away because my leg is replacing it. And I need to come here. So this is my stable. I don't want to keep my leg back there because my body's twisted, it's not stable. I'm going to bring it out. And now my hand's still here in her chest. If she tries to come up, I can keep her down. This leg is holding this leg. Some people, they kind of do this a lot. They put the knee on the thigh and they press. Now, it's going to make your partner really uncomfortable. Now, if you're in a competition, right, you want to make them uncomfortable, that somebody's being a jerk, by all means, you can play a little more dirty if they're playing dirty, but I can get the same result without hurting people, and I don't want to hurt, especially when I'm training with friends. So when I come around, I'm going to bring my foot as close as I can so I can feel her butt cheek on the top of my toes, and I'm just going to drop here. This hand's not doing anything, it's free. I'm just holding her down here, okay? Now, she can't come up, right? But when she tries and she goes to lift that hand, that's when I'm going to scoop under her and lift this arm up. I'm coming from the outside, I'm not coming under. I'm coming from the outside, lifting it up. Now I pass that foot over, slide her in, and now I got the side control pass. So we'll kind of put it all together now. It's all about timing, right? I always say there's three things that we need when we execute a perfect technique. Technique, timing, and leverage. So we want to make sure all three are present. We've got to have the details of every technique, the timing and the leverage are just as important. So we start here, I lean forward, knee in the tailbone, push, and then sit. Keeping my elbows flared so she doesn't try to close guard on me or recover guard. I'm going to reshift, immediately coming out, bringing my foot out, holding her down. When I see that she's starting to come up, that's when I'm going to scoop and lift. My hands are leaning now on my elbow, on my forearm. Then I'm going to bring my knee under her shoulder, suck her in, and now I've got total control of the side, and not much can get out of there. Really hard, yeah. So that is our knee pass. It's very, it's one of those fundamental moves that when you get that move down, there's so many things you can do with it. My knee pass sit on the hip kimura is right there, which is one of my favorite moves, but that's one of those moves that goes with you everywhere, all the way through your black belt. So it's not one of those things you just learn when you're white belt and all of a sudden you don't use it again. It's like elbow escape, right? It stays with us through the whole game. So what do you think?
Awesome. Good details. Love it.
Thank you. Thanks for joining us.